So I made it through my first 2 weeks of taking azathioprine. The brand name is called Imuran. I've been on 12 and a half milligrams, and I'm making this video because tomorrow I'm bumping it up to 25 milligrams, doubling it, which from what I've read is still tiny, tiny amount. It shouldn't even matter. But even on 12 and a half milligrams, this past 2 weeks, I've felt an improvement. Even though my skin looks more red and flaky and peely, it's actually been peeling quite a bit. It actually feeling more solid. It's the texture of the skin itself. Like, okay, so of me wearing the skin versus what you see of the skin on the outside, it looks peely and it doesn't look all that great. But me wearing it, it feels really comfortable and really nice and really solid. So that's what I like about it. However, I don't like the fact that it's more red and peely. Being on just cyclosporin alone, cyclosporin still feels to me like um, the immunosuppressant that makes my skin feel the most natural. So that's going to be something we have to keep an eye on for azathioprine as we transition over to just azathioprine. I am still on cyclosporin the same amount that I've been on for a while, 125, 125, 100 on the 3 day cycle. So that's still holding down the fort, but I'm glad that, well, first of all, I'm not having much negative side effects from the azathioprine, and also that it does make my skin feel a bit better. So even at such a low dose of 12 and a half milligrams, it does feel like it has a potential of taking over for cyclosporin, or at least sharing the load so I can decrease the cyclosporin by a lot and lessen the burden on my liver and my kidneys. Even though azathioprine kind of also puts pressure on the liver and the kidneys, but I guess in a slightly different way. So I'm going to be damaging different parts of it instead of just like taking down um, the whole organ in a way. It's still not a perfect solution, obviously. Um, so the negative effects, having some hot sweats, um, and it's just been sweating out of kind of like my rib cage on the side, not the front of the rib cage, but kind of towards the side. So kind of where the liver organs might be, and on the opposing side, on the left side. So that's something also to keep an eye on. And as far as the my strength goes, it is affecting my strength negatively in the way that I do physically feel more tired, but it's also almost more like a relaxed tired, like after you just did an amazing workout and your body is just recuperating, versus when you're sick and you just have no strength. That's a different nasty kind of a tired, or for because of some medication or something, and the medication makes you tired or drowsy or numb. It's not any of those. So uh, my assessment is azathioprine is helping, or at least it's helping my body rest and recuperate, and kind of giving that relaxed but recuperating tiredness. And it seems like that's what it's doing, because also um, despite being physically tired and not having like my muscles feeling heavy and things like that, I've been able to have a full day, which is unheard of for me. Getting on a pretty healthy sleep cycle, which I never have a sleep cycle. I've been waking up at about 8 in the morning, 9 at the latest, and actually being able to work throughout the day. Get some dinner and rest and read and watch TV until about midnight, and go to sleep for about 8.5 hours. How amazing is that? Instead of sleeping for 12 to 15 hours, waking up for randomly 3 to 5 hours or whatever it is, and then passing out at random times and not being able to really plan anything just because my days are so unpredictable. My energy level would crash at random times, so it is really hard for me to go out and do much. And because of that, actually tomorrow I'm going out and shooting a fashion film in collaboration with another photographer. This is actually the photographer was actually submitting a photo editorial shoot, a fashion editorial for my magazine, Myth Magazine, which is doing great. You guys should check it out, mythmagazine.com. Um, and so I'm going out and we're shooting for about 6 to 7 hours out in Venice Beach, Santa Monica, some tennis courts and baseball fields. That's that the photographer did some location scouting, found some amazing places to do a sport fashion shoot kind of a thing. And we actually have two professional amazing models that would make it really easy to direct. So we're going to be able to knock out shots and different looks just like that. So I'm really excited. I'll try to do a video from the shoot so you can actually see what I look like when I'm lugging around 10 pounds of camera equipment for 12 hours while being fatigued and on all of these ridiculously toxic medications and having a blast just because what is the best cure for depression or any like negative energy and things like that. It actually is passion. Passion kind of drives everything and blocks away anything negative and gives your body extra strength that usually just like emotions or adrenaline, those will give you some extra boost of energy, but that's going to drain you. Whereas creativity and passion, those kind of things, that can drive you forever, and you'll just actually feel better after a day of that kind of inspired energy. So that's what I'm doing tomorrow. As I go on with increasing azathioprine to 25 milligrams for the next 2 weeks, keep me in your prayers. Love for this to work out, be able to reduce cyclosporine and not peel so much, so I can go out and do more of these shoots, grow the magazine, grow stock sessions, the investment courses website that I've been building, and all kinds of stuff. So thanks for your support. Thanks for checking in on me. So some people have great recommendations for things I can do to change my life, and some of you have just come along and kind of follow what I do and have gone a lot better. So I'm glad these videos are helping you guys out. And if you have any questions below, leave your comments below, send me a message, whatever. I'd love to hear from you. So thanks again. See you guys tomorrow or in a couple days.